Hello, my name's Maria and you're watching Rich and Simple Living, and today I'm going to be doing some cooking in the air fryer. I've got some blackberries out of my freezer that we grew in the garden, and I'm going to do a blackberry crumble, but I'm going to do the crumble with coconut added to it. So yeah, we're going to do that in the air fryer. So I'm going to get on and do that. Bring you down so you can see what I'm doing. You have seen me do a crumble before. I've done one in the air fryer before, but I don't think I've ever done a blackberry one. I think it was apple, the last one I did, and I've not done one where the crumble mix has got coconut in it either, so that'll be first in the air fryer. So bring you down. I mean, it should be the same anyway. It should be all right. They work all right in the cooker, so I don't see why it shouldn't work in the air fryer. Let me just move my scales out of the way. I've weighed everything up first to save a bit of time. Not that it takes long to do a crumble mix. It's a great way of using up gluttons of fruit, really, because you don't need much in a crumble mix and it's quick to do. So yeah, quicker than making pastry. Although I've got pastry in the freezer ready made, but I thought we'd do the crumble today. So I'm going to start out. I've got 4 ounces of plain flour, put that in there, and then I've got 2 ounces of margarine, which we'll add to it. You see, okay, and I'm just going to rub that together to make it like breadcrumbs. This time I remembered to put my margarine in the fridge. Somebody left it out last time and it went like oil. Didn't look very healthy actually. But I do have butter in the fridge. That I do need to take out first, because you take butter straight out the fridge, oh goodness, you can't do nothing with it. I remember when we were children and we used to have butter, and it was so hard, and my mum used to have the butter dish by the side of the fire to try and melt it a bit, just so we could spread it on our toast and that in the morning. Right, this is going nicely. It doesn't take too long to do, especially if the butter or margarine, whichever you're using, is cold. It soon does. Yeah, that's cold, not like butter as in rock solid. Right, I think that'll be okay for that. So now I'm going to add in 4 ounces of sugar. Now, sugar wise, I tend to cut down a lot when I'm making my own desserts and things. I tend to not put as much sugar in, but the blackberries I've got are quite bitter, and a lot of people have commented on how bitter they are, so they've been having to add a little bit of sugar to it, because I don't normally add the extra sugar. So I have put the full amount into the crumble mix, which is 4 ounces, and I may sprinkle a couple of spoons over the blackberries as well, just to get that bitterness out of them. It amazes me really, because I'll take them in, 4 ounces. It amazes me because the blackberry bush I bought was supposed to be nice sweet ones. It's a thornless bush and they're supposed to be reasonably sweet, not bitter, but everybody said they're bitter. I've not tasted one as of yet. This year has been like the first big bumper crop where I've been able to get lots of it, and I've not actually tasted one, but a few people have and they've said they're bitter. So, right, I've mixed the sugar in. Now I'm going to put in 1 ounce of desiccated coconut. So I'm just going to sprinkle that in like I did the sugar, and then just mix it into the breadcrumb mix. That should give it a nice flavouring, although crumble's a nice flavour on its own. The coconut can make it a little bit sweeter, which will be good with the blackberries. There we go, that's a lovely crumble mixture, as you can see. So let's pop them out of the way. Right, let's get the bag of blackberries. I'm always wanting to say raspberries, I don't know why. I get mixed up with all my fruits. So I've already greased the bowl. I think that's a pint bowl. that I've got. These are still frozen. I've took them out, but they're still frozen. I do cut fruit from frozen in the bottom of things. Very rarely do I stew anything, probably very rarely to not at all do I stew them. So yeah, we'll even it out a bit. They will defrost, no problem at all when they're cooking, because like I say, I've done frozen ones before. Right, I'm going to go behind and just wash my hands a minute. Now I might not use all of the crumble mixture on there because it's got the coconut in it. It's going to be quite a lot more mixture than if it hadn't got it in. So I'll just fill it to where I feel it can go safely without all going over. There we go. I am going to sprinkle a bit of sugar on, like I said, just on top of them, because apparently they are quite bitter. And I see people's faces grimace when they taste them, and I think, oh, so won't hurt. As long as you're not eating all of this sugar all of the time, it's okay. But like I say, normally I cut down with sugar. That's what I like about making my own puddings and things. You cut right down on the sugar. You can just have minimal or not at all. Like when I do fruit pies, I don't put sugar in at all. I better wipe this. We've got juice. So yeah, I don't put any in at all then. So that'll do that. So can we see okay? A bit awkward for me left-handed. So we'll put some in and we'll see how it goes. Spread it a little bit. Might take it all. We'll see. If it doesn't, I'm not too worried. You can actually freeze crumble mix. If you've got too much of it, you can put it in a bag and freeze it for the next time. But I'm going to be making an apple crumble in a while, so I can use the mix on this then. But my apple crumble, I'm going to make in a bigger dish because more people eat that. So I'm going to make that in a bigger dish, and that won't fit in the air fryer. I'll pop that one in the oven. I've got loads of apples to use. We've been giving apples away and swapping them. I had 3 linen baskets full of apples off that little tray. It was amazing. Couldn't believe it. Just didn't think there'd be that much on it. I've had such a bumper crop. So yeah, I've been swapping them for things, and we've been giving them away as well. There, I think that'll do that. We'll save that bit because I can use that bit in a little while. So we've got that ready now. I'm just going to go and fetch the air fryer, because as you know, my little kitchen, I can't fit it all in. If I'm doing something on the surface, I can't get the air fryer in as well. So I'm going to get that, pop it on, and we'll cook it and see what happens. Okay, got the air fryer. I've just warmed it up, so I'll bring you down so you can see what I'm doing. We'll just pop it on there because it'll be warm. I'm going to put the crumble in. Got to do it that way because of the shape of it. Right. Oh, it's always heavy when you put them in. I should put really a piece of foil underneath so I can lift it out, but my foil is all the way up there and Dean's not in and I can't reach it. But we've managed before without it, so we'll manage again. But anyway, we'll pop it on. I'm going to air fry. I'm going to go at 180 and I'm going to go for half an hour. Oh, I've gone past it. 30 minutes. So air fry, 180 for 30 minutes, and away we go, and we'll see how that works out. Last time I did a crumble, I think I did it on 160 for 36 minutes, but I'm getting a bit more confident with it now. So I've lowered the time and upped the temperature a bit, and we'll see how that does. So we'll come back in half an hour and we'll have a look what it's done. Okay, so we beat. We'll have a look what it's doing. I thought I could smell it burning a bit, or the heat from it, so I don't know. We'll see if I can even open it. Oh gosh. Well, it's not burnt, but there's golden upon the golden. It is very dark brown. Look. It's not the golden colour I normally have a crumble. It's a bit darker. But I wouldn't say that it was burnt to warrant me smelling it burning, unless it was like the blackcurrants, because it looks a bit like some of it's come through and looks a bit like jam around the edge, so maybe it's that I could smell. But that's a bit dark. I'm going to endeavour to get it out. I never thought I could have asked Sean to reach me the foil, because Sean's a lot taller than me and she can reach the top of the cupboards and I can't. I don't need it now, Sean, thank you. I've done now. But yeah, luckily I can get my hand down the side easy enough, so it's not a problem. There we are. I can show you what it looks like then. We can see what it looks like underneath. Right, let me just tilt you slightly. That's what it looks like, a bit dark for my liking, and that's what it looks like underneath. You can see where the blackberry juice has come through a bit. They always do with crumbles, they always seem to. It's very rare I get one that doesn't come through. Unless like apples, that's normally okay, it's not too bad. But like when I'm doing raspberries and jam and things like that, or putting apple with the raspberries and jam, it does tend to bubble through a bit. But it doesn't normally look that dark. So I will have a taste test of it. It might be a bit hot at the minute. I don't know if I could sort of get a spoon in and separate a little bit. Well, I can get the spoon through it, so that's a good thing. Oh, it's nice and juicy underneath, although that will set. So let's show you. It's a bit hot. Steam's coming off it. Here comes the dog, she's been barking. So yeah, steam's coming off it, but I'll take a little bite if it don't burn me. That's okay actually. It's a little bit crunchy, but I put the coconut in there, and because I've got it a very golden brown, the coconut's probably gone a bit crunchy. So I'm going to pop that down on the plate there. That's nice with the coconut actually. The coconut flavour's coming through. As you bite through, you taste the juices and the blackberry, sorry, not currant. And it's not bitter. I've got enough sugar in there. It's just right. It's not sweet. It's not bitter. It's just nice. It's crunchy, and that's probably because I've overdone it a bit. But I think maybe the half an hour's fine, but maybe I should have dropped it to 160 like I did the first time I did one. It would be better with a 160. I think 180 might have just been a little bit too high for it. I should have gone 160 in half an hour. But hey-ho, that's edible. There's nothing wrong in that sense. With lashings of custard, it was great. So it's a success, but next time I will drop the temperature a little bit for it. And if you do one similar, I suggest probably dropping the temperature, although it does vary. The models of air fryers, I'm always saying that they do seem to vary, because people tell me what they cook in theirs. They can be cooking the same thing as me, but use different temperatures, and it works lovely in theirs, whereas a slightly different temperature in mine works lovely. So I think because models vary. But yeah, that's okay. Like I said, I'll just drop the temperature a bit next time. So that's that for today. I'm going to go and do an apple one out. I've got the crumble mix. While it's cooking, I did more crumble mix, and I'm going to do a bigger one and pop that in the oven because it won't fit in the air fryer. And I've got to start using some of these apples. There's only so many you can give away. People see us coming towards them with bags of apples and they run and hide. Not again, no more. So I better try and do something with them. So yeah, I'll leave that to one side now. I think Lisa will enjoy that later. She likes blackberries and things like that. I'd be a bit careful with blackberries because they can be a bit acidy. Same with apple, really. So things like this I can only eat a little bit of anyway. But like I say, that's it for today now. I don't know if I'll be back with something tomorrow. If there's something going on, something I can film, I will come back and you'll see me. So whenever you see me next, until then, take care. Bye.